welcome back to my channel, TorAthena, where today I am reviewing a super independent comic, and I am honoured to say that I am also friends with the creator, and it's KURUZ by my friend Sinesh. That's right, I have friends, although you wouldn't believe it from what he signed in my book. I swear we're friends. If we're not, then this comic is rubbish. Yeah, but basically this comic has been out for quite a while. He wrote it. Sorry, just kicked the camera. But yes, basically this comic has been out for quite a while, but something exciting is happening. The second volume is coming out, and it's coming out via Kickstarter. He's only started it this week. He's doing a massive campaign for it. It's super duper exciting. So I thought to help promote the campaign, not only have I pledged myself, but I have thought I would review this comic and help drum up attention. So let's begin. Now I will point out that I am friends with this person, but I am also gonna be 100% honest. Please do not think that anything I say is just to help out a friend or I'm just being biased. I will be 100% honest, as I always am. There's a fly in here. That's not good. A random group of heroes and villains all across Earth have been mysteriously teleported onto a mysterious planet called KURUZ. I really hope that's how you pronounce it. The group must work together if they have any chance whatsoever of finding a way home. That fly just... I feel like it's my own special Breaking Bad episode. You know, the one that no one likes. Additionally, they must also peacefully exist with the natives of this planet while also trying to survive while it is currently being ruled under a vicious dictator. Overall, what did I think of the comic? I enjoyed it. I really liked it. I picked up this comic purely based on the fact that Sinesh was my friend, but honestly, I didn't read the comic until I told him I was going to review it, which is my bad. I had it for at least a year and a half, 2 years. I'm so sorry. But I'm really lazy. I haven't read half of this stuff because I get too much stuff to read. Don't have time. I'm a pretty big deal. I have to admit, it takes me a while to break into first issues or first volumes of graphic novels because I read so many first issues that I have to constantly kind of reset my brain and allow new characters and new plots to come in to be introduced. I always find I read a second issue much faster than the first one because I've already got into that world. And this does start very thick and fast. The first page is heroes are landing on this planet, then more heroes are landing. You have to keep up with it. It's very fast paced, especially at the very beginning, because all these heroes are just landing in the middle of nowhere, and some already know each other, and some are villains, and some are heroes, and then they've got to be introduced to the natives, and then they've got to go off, and then there's loads of other stuff and dramas that they're taking back from Earth onto this planet, and then they've got to try and decide whether they're gonna help the natives out or not, and blah blah blah. It's a brilliant piece of writing. It's so good. It's action-packed. You never stop reading. And I've just described like the first quarter of the book. There's so much more that happens to it. But what I'm saying is, it is very thick and fast-paced. You have to sit down being prepared to start running. This isn't an ease you in style book. And probably my only flaw to this book, but it is a pretty big one sometimes, is because it's so fast-paced and the art, although stunning, is in black and white. Sometimes I'd get confused on which character was which, and because it's me and I'm very slow-minded when reading the first volumes, I would struggle of remembering, oh, that's that person, that's that person. I'm the type of person who needs, when I'm reading Game of Thrones, to have the family tree breakdown next to me so I know what's going on. If you don't need to do that, you're probably gonna be okay. The art was done by multiple artists, but overall, I genuinely love the style. Sometimes black and white doesn't work, and I do think colour may have brought this out just a little bit more, but it still works in black and white. It's a very plain, basic, animated style, which we all know is my favourite style. I personally really loved the shading and the art. I liked it. It worked. I loved that all the superheroes are these attractive, fit, wonderful humans that you want to be a part of. I love the design of the KURUZ natives. I want to cosplay them really badly, but that would give Sinesh too much of an ego. And if you like the story, there is an extra one at the back, which is No Place Like Home. And the art is the same. And then if you like that one, there's Motherland, which is done by a different artist, and that's pretty. And then there's Collateral Damage, which is done by a different artist. And then there's this one, which I have to admit is my, like, I have to get through them just because they're amazing. And this is my favorite piece of art. And it's like so charcoal and watermark. And although the animated art is personally my favorite overall, I genuinely love just how different this particular story is with the art and how moody and brilliant and just, ugh. Yum. And honestly, I think it's the cover that makes me think that maybe one day a reprint should be done in colour. Just because look how beautiful the colours are. It's so warm, it's so welcoming. It brings these alien creatures to life, and you can really relate to them because they've got very humanistic features about them anyway, but it's just beautiful. And although it does work in black and white, I'd love to see it in colour one day. Once I got into the comic and I started figuring out who everyone is, I couldn't put it down. I loved it, I really did. Some of the characters are incredibly cliche, but not in a negative way. I recently went to go see Magnificent Seven, the remake, and it's an incredibly cliched film. The good guys are good, the bad guys are bad, there are people who need help, and everything is exactly what you'd expect in a cookie-cutter good versus evil film. And you know what? I adored it, because the reason why things get cliche is because they're formulas that work. And sometimes he's taken unique parts of stories and mixed them with cliche, workable formulas and made this very dynamic, well-rounded story, and I loved it. There's a reason why I pledged for the second volume, because I need to carry on reading. I'm not being funny, he's a mate of mine, but if I didn't want the book, I would have pledged a lot less just for some stickers or something. I love comics, but I'm a bit tight. But the best thing is, if you've never read them before, he has Kickstarter pledges where you can get volume 1 and 2 together. So it doesn't matter if you haven't read volume 1, you can read 1 and 2 at the same time. If you want to check out the rest of his work, the links and details will be below, and I really check out his Kickstarter. Even if you just give $1, it all adds up and it makes me get this book, because if it doesn't get successfully pledged, I don't get the second volume, okay? So kind of need to know what's going on. So please do that for me, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Does this book sound good to you? Have you read it before? As I said, volume 1 has been out for a while. He's been selling it a lot in Artist Village, in a lot of MCMs and a lot of other conventions. So have you actually picked up this book before? Have you read it? What did you think? Did you know volume 2 was being kickstarted? Would you like to get hold of that yourself? Comment below, because I love talking about comics. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, because I do geeky videos every single day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!